Madtown's #1 for hits and hip hop, 93.1 jams, local love every Sunday night. We are live from Madison Extracts right now. I'm DJ Fusion, and with me tonight is Jex. What's going on, man?
What's up? What's up? What it do?
Man, it's a pleasure to have you on the show tonight. Thanks for coming through.
Bro, thanks for having me, Fusion.
Man, so every Sunday night we show love to independent music on 93.1 Jams, and I got to show mad love to Madison Extracts at 106 King Street. They allow us to do local love live. We're recording this interview right now, and we also host some performances down here, a little networking just for the community. It's about hip-hop and about artists and you know, about building community, man, so shout out to them.
Shout out to them for sure. Shout out Madison Extracts.
So, Jex, what's you got going on, man? Like, you are a UW student. You've been part of the First Wave program. You've been in the hip-hop community for a minute. You got a few different songs. You got 2 in rotation on the radio. You're one of the first local artists to perform at the Sylvee. Mad props, bro.
Bro, I appreciate you. Honestly, I started out this music stuff about a year ago, and I was a poet. Poet Laureate of Madison. So I was recognized for my incredible skill in poetry, and that's what allowed me to get into First Wave. And since then, my mission has been to open spaces up for community, such as Black youth, minorities, people who just want to create dope stuff and not be censored. And I feel like here in Madison, we've had a big problem with like gatekeeping, and especially when it comes to Black and brown arts. So I'm trying to break that.
Trying to break the barriers.
Yeah,
man, I can relate to that. You know, it's kind of similar mission with local love and, you know, some of the other things that we're doing in the community. For those who don't know, what's the First Wave program about?
Yeah, so the First Wave program is a hip hop urban arts scholarship that centers urban arts, academics, and activism. And it's the only one like it in the nation. There's cohorts of people who come. So I'm in the 17th cohort, but there are 18th, and the newest one is the 19th. And there's like 16 spots. Anyone in the world can apply, and we pick the best. And yeah, it's dope. It's dope.
And this is giving you a unique opportunity to be at UW with a scholarship and giving you opportunities that you probably wouldn't have had without it.
No, truly, I didn't even want to go to school. Like, I hated school my whole entire life. I would always be in trouble. Literally, the reason I started rapping was a diss track against my principal. Bro, I still remember what I said. I was like, you chance me to rap and I'm always packing with bars. I'm about to be famous. I'm blowing up. Yes, I'm a star. You're about to be famous. I'll expose you for who you are. In fact, back to last night, I had your wife up in the car. And after I said that,
that was probably a little too far.
Yeah, no, it was bad, but it was fun.
Well, I mean, you know, not so humble beginnings, but you know where you're at, man.
Yeah, no, but I wasn't even gonna go to college. I couldn't afford it. But First Wave, you know, opened that opportunity up for someone like me, and I want to make sure that we continue to bring people like me into those spaces. People who are talented but may not have the resources or the voice.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's really kind of the mission of Next Wave, right?
Yeah, of First Wave, yeah.
Right, so, you know, that's been an amazing opportunity for you. You know, you've been able to perform at the Sylvee. Not a lot of local artists have. That's something that FPC Live has been kind of opening up recently. Yeah. What was that experience like for you, man?
Bro, it was breathtaking. Shout out to my boy Cam. He's actually the one who brought me up there with him to the Freddie Gibbs show. Shout out Freddie Gibbs, too. He was mad cool. But bro, like when you look at a crowd of 1,000 people, like you can imagine what it looks like in your head, but to actually stand in front of them, it's
it's actually like 3,000 people at the Sylvee.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like 2,000 people in that pit down on the floor and another 1,000 people upstairs. That's like 3,200 people. It's a big venue.
Wow.
You know, Majestic's like 600 or 800. High Noon's like 600. You know, the Sylvee opened up. So if you notice, like we had like Lil Wayne come to town. You know, we've had some bigger shows come, and that's because Sylvee has the capacity. That's that's decent enough. Like, you know, Wayne's not coming to shows for 500 people anymore.
Yeah,
he did. He came to the Orpheum and he performed there. He did it. You know, he came 3 times. But like, you know, artists on his level at this day and age, especially battling that Live Nation machine, they're not going to make their money on a 500 person venue. So you need 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. So the Sylvee really opened doors for Madison in aspect of like being able to bring in bigger shows, bigger
Yeah.
opportunities. And, you know, big shout out to them for FPC Live for making that happen.
Yeah, no, shout out to them, and shout out to the Annex too. You know, Jake over there, he's been working really hard to bring a lot of people, and that's what's allowed me to perform for a lot of these big artists as well. So I want to give him his props. You know, it's love.
So with 93.1 Jams Local Love, you have 2 songs that are in rotation. The first one was called Pop.
Yes.
What's that song about, man?
Bro, so I had a dream. I had a dream that I met up with this other first waver, and we went to this party in Brooklyn, and at the door they were handing out little baggies of pills, and throughout the night, you know, she's popping them and she loves it, and I'm kind of like weary. I'm like, what effects do these
Where's
have?
this going?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you know, peer pressure is what killed the cat. So no, so I ended up taking them, and I died, and I woke up, and she was next to me, and she was breathing still, but she needed help. So I was running around trying to like wake people up. Everyone was falling asleep in the party, and I could hear the police coming. So I jump back into my body. I wake up, and the police are outside. So I jump out the window, and I don't return. And later I like go to my house, and I see on the news that she had died. And you know, I woke up, and the next day I ended up freestyling, and that's what came out. And I sent it to her, and it was wild because she had told me that she was in New York that same week.
That same time,
That same week. It was crazy. So that song is really just a concept song, and I have a lot of those coming out on my new album. My next one is called M.I.A.K, which is like a vocalization of my ADHD. It's amazing. It's amazing.
So is that a pretty common part of your songwriting process? Like, you know, you'll have dreams, you'll have something happen, and you come back, and then you freestyle in the moment, and then come back and try to capture that?
Yeah, no, my music is truly a part of me. Like sometimes when I run out of things to say, because I'm always in the studio, like I sleep there, like 48-hour studio sessions. But you know, you'll run out of things, and my greatest phrase is I gotta go live life to find something to rap about. And so then I go out and I live life, and I come back, and the music I make reflects that experience, the things that I've seen, I've done, I've lived, I've felt. And you know, that's the type of music I want to put out from here on out. And what I'm gonna be dropping in my album, I Bleed, coming up here in August.
All right, so the other song that you have with us, Star.
Yeah, Star.
That's the newer one that you sent over. You worked really hard on this one too, man. You did a lot of the production and mastering on your own, man. Like, props to you for even just, you know, like, I know I gave you a little bit of a hard time, but it's not, you know, in a place of gatekeeping or holding you back. It's in a place of, this is what you need to move forward, right? You know what I mean? So, like, I really appreciate and respect, you know, what you took, it's the extra steps you took.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to do it yourself, and you wanted to be hands-on, and I respect that, man.
I appreciate that. Yeah, in Fusion, you didn't gatekeep anything. If anything, you opened that door and you allowed me to learn. You didn't give me the yes right away, but you also didn't give me a no. You gave me something more valuable. You said, come back to me when this is finished. And I went back and I fixed it. And I really appreciate you for that, because a lot of people wouldn't give me that chance, and a lot of people haven't. You know, so the fact that we're here even doing this, bro, is because you decided to take that chance, bro.
When I started the Local Love platform, it was about artists like you. You know, I've been DJing, I've been on jams for 15, 18 years now. You know what I mean? I've been DJing for 20 plus. So I've seen a lot of artists come through. I've seen things that have worked for them. I've seen things that haven't. I've seen the opportunities that have been asked for. You know what I mean? So it's like, what can we do to put that on? You know, so I started the Local Love show about 6 years ago, and it's not about quality. Like, if you listen to some of the songs that are on, you're like, yeah, that probably shouldn't be on the radio. But then again, it's like Sunday night at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Right? You know, so it gives them a chance to be self-validated, to be community validated, to be heard. You know what I mean? So it's real minimum commitments, conditions to have your music played on Local Love. It just really comes down to what the sonics are. Like, I don't care what your lyric ability is. I don't care if you recorded it at home or in a professional studio. As long as it sounds like it needs to sound, everything's clear, your bass lines are there, your vocals are there, you know, like you're meeting consumer expectations, that's all that we really look for, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, so I think that really is like helping people level up and get to that next level. If, you know, like if I get music solicited to me from major labels, from major artists all the time, and if I could tell them their music's terrible and whack and it sucks, like I should be able to tell a local artist that too. But
Facts.
you know,
100%.
it's not that it always sucks. Just sometimes you got to do a little bit of refining. You know what I mean? Like I think with your project, it was like really getting like your bass lines, like your bass is pushing so much through your vocals, and when it starts to go through extra compression, that bass is all you get.
Yeah, bro. And I think right now is the best time to be an independent artist and to be like an up and coming, you know, just starting, because we got people around us who will put money aside and prioritize connection. And that's something that I'm trying to strive for with my new brand, the new generation. It's also a collective of people who are working together just for that. You know, I have my good friend Kalia here. She does tattoos. She did this jacket that's I was wearing it in a different video. They gonna see it. And then my boy Reed, he's in the back here. And SF the Kid, my fault. And Mike, Melody Mike. You feel me? We all are people who are just people who create, and we decide to come together and to make something bigger than ourselves. And like me and Khalid, we gonna throw a party in 2 days, and the Flyers seen $20K. You feel me? And that's off the efforts of just me and her and the people involved. You know, and that's what community is, and that's what's gonna push this music stuff forward and allow people to get better mixes and more artists of my caliber and better who are better than me, who, you know. But I feel like also it's hard to be better than somebody if you're not outworking them, and that's something that you have to gauge within these communities too, because some people are more committed than others.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a whole thing. You know?
Well, and I mean, so there a lot of good stuff in that, man. But you know, the industry itself, over the last 2 to 4 years, indie is the new industry. The industry has collapsed. It's insolvent as much as the U.S. government, man. There's no money out there. So you know, if you got 500 people that really believe in you, that really believe in your music, you're doing more for yourself. And by believing in your music, I mean buying your albums, buying your tickets, coming to your shows. 500 people that will pay $9 or $10 for your album is going to give you more money in the long run than that label deal that you're chasing, because all they want to do is exploit you and take what you got. And you know, a percentage of zero is still zero. So if you can get you know, you get 500 people, 200 people to believe in you, becomes 500 people.
Yeah.
And if you can monetize that on your own, you're out there. And that, you know, the whole industry is kind of flipped upside down right now. What used to be top 5 is like top 3. And, you know, that it's all just streaming has made everything insolvent. There's nothing out there. So you have to figure out, you know, it's a new day and age. Like, you need an investor, you need a platform, and you need to have a product. You are a product, but inside of that, you have to have a product. And there's only so many people that are going to sell T-shirts and hoodies. No,
facts. And speaking of investors, if you want to invest in Young JEXIZIS, you feel me, hit me up on Instagram at JEXIZIS. I am looking for investors to fund this new generation of music, new generation of art. I am opening the doors up for a community. Everybody else can come in, you feel me? I just need money, need resource. So.
Well, we all need money, and we all need resources. But so M.I.A.K, the album that you're about to drop here in the next couple of weeks, what can Madtown expect from this new album?
Oh, my album, actually that's my single. My single M.I.A.K is about to come out, and you can expect some crazy visuals. I'm finna be hitting up my old barbershop, Terry on Atwood. We finna be doing the scene out there. But basically I got a self-written music video that's about to be produced. Some of my friends are gonna dress up, and they're gonna chase me around with marshmallow guns, pool noodles, and candy, and they're gonna make my life a living hell.
But it's gonna make some great content,
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
That's what's up, man. Well, all right, M.I.A.K, the new single that we'll be on the lookout for. Album coming this year. Album in the works.
Yes, I Bleed is coming soon. We're hoping for August. It might get pushed back to my birthday in September. So
can't rush perfection. Can't rush art.
Can't.
Man, so I appreciate you coming through and supporting local love. I'm looking forward to opening up this interview and sharing it with Madtown. You said you've been, this has been a dream of yours since you've been a kid, man.
No, thanks.
Man, that's like super dope that, I could have opened that experience up for you and make that happen. And even show you that you already have music in rotation and didn't know it.
Yes.
Like, I don't know where we crossed paths, but we did somewhere, maybe the Hip Hop Museum, maybe some emails, maybe somebody submitted it for you. I don't know.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, shout out to Local Love. Shout out 93.1 Jam. Shout out DJ Fusion. Shout out New Gen. Shout out everyone.
If Madtown wants to find you, want to follow your journey, how can they find everything about Jex?
Find out about Jex at JEXIZIS on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active. You can DM me. I will DM you back. I'm not a stranger. I love all of y'all. Yeah.
All right, man. So I'm an old head. You're the next generation. Who are some artists that we should be looking out for around Madtown? Who should we get up on Local Love next?
Y'all should get up. Wait, hold on. I got to think about this. Definitely hit up Tashi S+. My homie, I started my collective with him. He is one of the dopest artists I've ever crossed paths with. Tashi S+ is so dope. Shout out Cam. Definitely hit up Cam. VVS Ty. I know y'all been seeing VVS Ty. He's killing it. He helped me when I was 13. He was like 16. He was mixing my stuff. That's my mentor. That's my boy. ABK Capo. He's a Mexican homie. He's into gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? But he's hard. Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Especially off the cuff, that's super dope, man. Last question I got for you. With Local Love, we support a ton of independent artists. So I want to ask if, Jex, can you provide any advice to other artists around Madtown that might help them level up their game? I think your perspective is interesting. You got a unique story. And I think if people like really get behind your journey, like I think you got something beautiful to offer everybody, man.
I would say always be a student of the game. Always take every moment as a learning opportunity. If you get rejected, think about it. Think about why you got rejected. How can I improve this? How can I make sure this doesn't happen? Think outside of the box. Show up. Think about how you show up. Your first impression. Think about who's around you. Build a team around you, because people are stronger together. And always keep loving your heart. Always approach things with love first, because I feel like that allows room for people to be their authentic self. And if they don't show you that love back, that's their true colors, and you don't have to do anything about it. But now you feel me? And that's how I try to approach everything, with love first, because I know that's going to get me farther than hate or anything else.
I would say it definitely comes across, man, and that's solid advice. Like I love, there's a lot of gems in there, man. Someone who's been in this industry, for 20 plus years. I'm still a student to the game myself. I'm still learning every day.
Yeah.
That like me.
Sorry about that, man. All right, so Jex in the building today. Local Love every Sunday night on Madtown's 93.1 Jams. We are recording live at Madison Extracts, 106 King Street. Be sure to come through and check them out. It is CBD for your wellness and THC for your happiness. Extra heavy on that THC. All right, man. Jex going to take the stage here and do a couple songs for us. And then be sure to check out this full interview at madtownjams.com, where you can learn about Local Love as well as other independent artists from Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's it from us, Madtown. Love.